Hi everybody, it's Tia at B5 Designs, and I just wanted to share a couple of altered boxes that I have been working on, or completed finally. I haven't shot any videos for a while. Sometimes it just takes so long for them to upload, and I just kind of don't always have time to do it, and I don't edit them because I don't really know how to do it, but I want to learn. So anyway, this box here this was, oh gosh, quite a while ago, like maybe even last spring or something. I had posted a video of a box that I found in my mother-in-law's stuff that was in storage in our shed from, she's passed away, and I had found a box full of hankies. Well, my plan is to take some of these vintage hankies that I found, and some of them are hand embroidered and so on, and make some kind of like puffy hearts or sachets or something. Unfortunately, there is no daughters in the family for me to give them to, as far as on my husband's side of the family, and so I don't know, we'll see what I end up doing with them, but that's my plan. And so this was that box, and it had some pink material on it and some real pretty lace, and it was kind of maybe was stuffed a little bit, and the sides here, right in here, this is the original color that it was, and I would have liked to have been able to somehow salvage the material on the top, but I wasn't able to do that. So I ended up removing all of the material. It was pretty old and kind of decaying, or whatever you want to say. So I removed all of that material and ended up with a box like this that was this original pink here. The lid doesn't stay up very good for me, I think, because of how I Mod Podged the material on, but that's okay. The material is just some material that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby when it was on sale, with the intention of making some puffy hearts and altering something with it, and I just fell in love with this material, and I thought this is the one that I want to use this material on. And so I just laid down some Mod Podge and then cut the material to size, and put more Mod Podge on, of course drying in between coats, and it really, get a better shot of the top here, it laid down and covered beautifully. There's no wrinkles or anything in it, so I'm really happy with it. So I did the top and the sides. I also did the bottom and the back and everything. And then I had, when I was out of town, and I don't think I shared a haul video, but I had picked up some vintage lace on a little trip that I went on, and there was quite a bit of it. So I used this lace, and obviously I went all the way around, and then these pearls I picked up at a flea market or somewhere. I know it was a flea market or an antique store, and it has their wire. Actually, the whole string was wire, and I just put them, and I used my hot glue gun and glued it all the way around. And so you see the sides are plain. I didn't really do anything other than the lace and the material, and I liked the material so much that it was really hard for me to even put the lace down on it, but to me it makes the box. And then here on the top, I just made a floral cluster excuse me, I've been battling this cold for about a week. I used what is that called? I want to say Paper Studio flowers that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby, and they were like 50% off. And so I have 4 of them there. The big one, and then another solid one, and then this one has like writing on it. And then this little one here. Let me get up a little bit closer. I use my camera and then my little tripod, and then I can kind of pick the tripod up, because it's one of those mini ones that I got at Staples, and then I can, you know, pick it up and get a better shot, or I think is a better shot. So anyway, I clustered those in there, and then I wanted to get a little bit of a pop of pink, and maybe a red or a hot pink, and so I had this flower, so I stuck that in there, and then I used this little piece of paper here. Is actually from the Graphic 45 Botanical Tea set, and I'm sure everyone's familiar with that. It's from last year, I think, and I love Graphic 45, and so I have a lot of their papers, but I haven't used them because I kind of like to hoard them. So I put that down, and I kind of crumpled it up because I wanted it to look really aged, and then I took some Close to My Heart chocolate distressing ink and edged it, and I kind of took my distressing tool and kind of, you know, roughed up the edges just a little bit, and then I folded it down, and so I wanted to bring out that pink in there, and add a little bit of color, and, you know, bring out the pink and the mauve here in the material, because the material did darken with putting the Mod Podge on it. And then I'm not sure where I got this key, but I have a ton of keys, so you'll see in my next project that I really tried to use up some keys. I still have a ton. I love them. So I put this key down, and I am not sure, I'm sure it's a $1 bin key from Michael's. We do actually still have a $1 bin, and then we have a $2 bin, and then $3. So, and then I had this cameo, or not cameo, but the stick pin with the green that I had gotten, and I know I got this offline. And I got the ones with the butterflies on it, and then the ones with the cameos. And then I just went around and just kind of blinged it up. I have some little hearts from these. Ew, my finger's not even showing up because I'm on the wrong heart. This little heart here and the other one there are from Wild Orchid Crafts. And then flatback pearls. And I know I got the flatback pearls. I had a friend send some to me in Iraq, and I'm going to say I know that they're off the internet, but I know that I had gotten some from quite a while ago from Beauty Bomb Bomb too. And so that's in there. And then I have this Bling Flourish here, green, and that is from the Dollar Spot at Michael's. And I took and even cut off some just little tiny pieces of that and stuck some there, kind of like dewdrops, and in the middle, and then you'll see the mess I have here right in here. And then I have these, let me see if I can get a good shot, little they're metal roses, and I got them off the internet from either an Etsy shop or what's that other site like Etsy, I can't think of it right now, from someone there, and I love them. They're just so gorgeous. And this is a little embellishment that's butterfly embellishment that I picked up at a scrapbook store in Sioux Falls when I was up visiting my niece. And then I have another little cameo type thing with a butterfly on it. It's just it's not on a pin or anything on there. And I had picked up a long time ago. I had picked up, well, not a long time ago, but a while back. It's probably in one of my haul videos. At a flea market, I had picked up these beads, these big beads, and they were strung through some really pretty, like silk blue, ribbon. And so that's what I used for my handle. And then it's also what I used for the legs on this one. And originally, because I'm going to store sewing stuff in here, I was going to go with bobbins and things like that, but I ended up going in another direction, obviously, because of the material and just what I thought looked good for it. Now, being as the box was pretty old, there's some warping and stuff, and I should have maybe fixed, you know, like the back was, it doesn't shut right. When you see how it lays, it doesn't shut right, and that's because of how the back was, and I should have maybe thought about reinforcing it somehow, but I don't know, I just kind of wanted to do it as much the way that it was as I could, if that makes sense. On the corners, I did put these corner dales. I can't think of the name. They're metal, and I'm not sure if they're Tim Holtz or Prima. I have a lot of stuff in my stash, guys, and when I put stuff away, generally I take it out of the packaging because I have all kinds of organization things that I put my stuff in. So, and then I did go ahead on the underside and fold them down. Now, all of this paper are that I put on the inside of the lid. This is all from that Graphic 45 Botanical Tea. The little stamps that came in it, because I bought the smallest size book. I'm trying to think, or not book, but stack. I'm trying to think of what size this is. This is actually, I'm sorry, the 8x8, and so it has, my lighting is not the best here, guys, I'm sorry. So it has, oh, I just love it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The different little cutouts. And I don't even know if I have a page left. It doesn't look like I have a page of just the cutouts left. But that's what I kind of wanted to focus, you know, build on this piece that I started out with on the front. And you know how when you're making something, you think you're going to go one direction and then you end up going another way. So this was just a piece of paper from the stack, you know, where it had this different strips all together. And so I put that, you know, cut it down and put it there. And then the next one was the little tags that were in there. And then this is just another strip of the paper here. And then the little page that had all like the little stamps on it. And then again down here, the another strip that kind of goes with, it was on the same page as the one at the top. And then the little stamp page, I just went all down the side with it. And it ended up on the bottom not being perfectly straight, but I'm okay with that, because I'm okay with it. I couldn't go back and change it, and because by the time I got to this part, I was pretty set in my mind how I was going to do it, and if I would have went back, I would have had to go a different, you know, with a different piece of paper and all of that, and I just wasn't wanting to do that. I did kind of edge everything again with that Close to My Heart chocolate distressing ink, and again, the inside is this part of it, the walls of it, is the original pink that was in there, and then on the bottom I just put some felt in there. Excuse me. So I just went with the felt in there, and just a pink piece of felt, and I just glued it down with probably Elmer's glue. So there is that altered box, guys, and I hope you like it. I'm really excited to finally have it done, because I want to get some of this stuff off my desk and in its spot so that I can find it when I'm ready to move on to the next thing. And then the other box that I did, this is actually was a box. My son had gotten me a lotion and shower gel set for Christmas, and it came in a bright red box, and it was so cool. And it was split, so the shower gel was on one side, and the lotion was on the other side. And of course it was yummy smelling, and I've used all the shower gel, but I haven't used all the lotion yet. So anyway, I knew as soon as I saw the box that I was going to alter it. And so this is where I had been storing my stick pin stuff. So right now I have all my stick pins stuck on this cushion, and I have a lot of little bobbins and some vintage, not bobbins, yeah, bobbins, and no, not bobbins, these things, what are these called? Spools. I have some, you know, just little ones that I bought like from Maya Road or whatever, and then I have some very vintage ones that I picked up at a flea market, and I store those in there as well. And again, I, you know, had kind of thought that that was what I would maybe use for a handle and stuff like that, but as I got the project going, I decided, well, you know what, I don't want to use any of the spools or anything. I wanted to kind of feature this graphic 45, the Secret Garden paper, which I'm sure everybody has seen. It is my absolute favorite paper stack, and I have been hoarding it, and I thought, you know what, I can't do that anymore. I have to use it, and use it on something for myself. A lot of times when I craft, I'm making something for somebody else, and I just wanted to kind of do some things for myself. So this paper has the keys on it. It's the Secret Garden. I love it. I made something for my mom with it. So, and on the top, I put, you know, this page, and it does have some keys on it as well. And then I decided to do the sides with this writing, and just kind of wanted to make this. Sorry for the lighting, guys. Really kind of focus on keys for some reason. Sorry, and metal. And so the top, of course, I laid down the Mod Podge, put the paper on, and then, you know, let it dry, and then put another layer of Mod Podge on it. And then I had these flowers, and I don't even know, I believe I got them, oh my gosh, probably 3 or 4 years ago at Hobby Lobby, and they were on clearance, and I grabbed a bunch of them, and I love them. They're almost kind of like velvet. They're really smooth, and they're like my go-to flowers that I pull out, but they never seem to go with what I'm doing, and so they get put back in my box that I have for them. And this time I just decided that I was going to use up those flowers, and so I just did a flower cluster with them. And again, these are things that I had in my stash from a long time ago. And these little, you'll see the little navy flowers, and then the hot pink flowers that I kind of tucked in there just to give it a little more pop of color. Those, again, are something that I picked up, you know, 3-4 years ago at Hobby Lobby on clearance. They were like, I do remember getting them, and they were sold in little bunches, and they were like 10 cents. And so I added those in my flower cluster, just to give it a little bit more pop of color. And then under here, you can't really see it because I put a little piece of doily down, and then after I did that, I decided, well, no, I'm going to go ahead and bring the flower cluster down further. So that is what I have there. And then we go over to the keys, and let's see if I can zoom in a little bit better here. So I have 3 keys here, and these were in a pack, and these again were in my stash. I'm not sure. I want to say they were Recollections. Pretty sure I picked them up at Michael's, but they're all different sizes. I still have a couple left, and they just were really cute, but they were very bright colors. And so in order to tone them down, I got out some of my Tim Holtz Distress paint, and this one here is actually, it was very bright pink, and I toned it down by mixing some I think this is called Fired Brick Distress paint. I love this stuff. And then I kind of mixed in some of the antique lace, I believe, and just came up with this really cool color here. You know, toned it down a little bit. And then this one, you could see it was blue, and again, I toned it down a bit. I used some of this Distress ink, and this one is the Broken China, I'm sorry, Distress paint. And then I had mixed, I'm not sure if I think I mixed in some of this, but I came up with this kind of brownish color, and I believe it's the Fired Brick and the Antique Linen or whatever it is together, and just kind of dotted it around there to give it, let's see if you can see that, kind of a worn out, faded off look. So I was really happy with that. And then this one is, of course, all of the, is it Antique Linen? I can't, yeah, excuse me, Antique Linen. And then over here is another one. Now these were all plastic, and you can see that it was the real bright green. And I just took some of another green that I have, and I believe it was the peeled paint, and I darkened it up a little bit, again with the Fired Brick, and just kind of went over it, and I did leave some spots that are the brighter. And then up here I have a metal butterfly. Not sure, again, it was in my stash. I know I got it at a scrapbook store in North, in a town, about part of town that's about 20 minutes from me, at the scrapbook store. And it's either, I want to say Graphic 45, but it's probably Prima. So I put that in there, and then added 2 of the brighter pink flowers. And then go over to the side, and I did another little flower cluster with those same flowers from Hobby Lobby. And then I had this in my stash, and I think it's supposed to have another little dangle off of it, but it was gone. But I used it anyway. And then along the outside is some more metal keys, and these again these are the metal ones from the dollar spot at Michael's. And so I had some old of this green seam binding that I picked up at a flea market, and so I tied a bow on the key, and I did that on the back. I used a larger key, and then again on this side. And the ones on the side I did put a little pink flower in, but by the time I went to the back, I had something different on the back and decided to pop it off and put the key on. And I ran out of the pink things, but I thought that was fine. And then the bottom, I used this paper, and that also is from the Secret Garden collection. And then inside is that same paper, and then I painted it out with another Distress paint, and this one is Mowed Lawn. Whoops. And then I used the little stamp pages and just went all around the inside of the box, so it's there. It's on both sides of this middle piece, and then the very front piece, and then on the sides I just went ahead and used that same paper from the collection. So this one, like I said, is going to store my stools, my spools and stick pins. So that is it, and planning to hopefully be back with you with a little haul video. So thanks for stopping by today, and I hope you enjoyed my projects.